Then you were also asked, after Ms. Mengo left, were you always at your desk?
Waphinda wabuzwa into kokuba after Ms. Tambodala left.
Ms. Mengo left.
Emveni kokuba uMiss Mengo lo eye wahamba, ubusoloko ngalo lonke ixesha upha etafuleni yakho.
Then you answered, I only left to call the court manager.
Waphendula ke wena ngelithi ithubo oye wahamba ngalo kuleli xesha ubuyowubiza u-court manager.
So according to what you testified yesterday, that was the only time you left your desk that day, after Ms. Mengo left.
Ngokobungqina bakho ke bayizolo, phela kwexesha oye wasuka ngalo kule tafule yakho wemka ngalo kuleli xesha bekumke uMiss Mengo.
And today you testified that no, you did walk around. You might have gone to the bathroom. You might have gone to fetch files.
Namhlanje ke ngoku ubuya nelithi kusenokwenzeka uba ukhe waphuma waya kwindlu yangasese wahamba wokuthatha mhlawumbi ii-files njalo njalo.
Advocate Scheepers.
I have to object. I have to object to this question. That is not what the witness said in relation to this incident. She was asked, do you ever sometimes go out of your office? She responded in the way that is being put to her, that I would go out of the office if I'm required to go and go pick up a file or go to the toilet, as an hypothesis.
Yes. Advocate Scheepers.
Chair, the question was put specifically to the witness, and I wrote it verbatim. After Ms. Mengo left, were you always at your desk? That was the question that was asked to her by Mr. Maronsela.
No, I'm talking about what she was asked in relation to her ever leaving the office. Yes, I asked that question, but when my learned friend is talking about whether the witness said she left to go and pick up the file and go to the toilet, it was in relation to a hypothesis, not in relation to a specific incident of leaving her desk at the time that Ms. Dala and the court manager were coming in and out of office.
Yes.
Chair, it was not on a hypothesis. I asked her specifically in the beginning whether or not she left her desk that day at all. It's not a hypothesis. I was specifically referring to the 28th of May. That was earlier on in my cross-examination.
Anyway, your question could only have come today, not yesterday.
That's correct.
Just restate your problem. I don't seem to.
There's a discrepancy. Yesterday when she testified, she was asked specifically, after Ms. Mengo left, were you always at your desk? And her answer was, I only left to call the court manager.
Yes.
So that means she was at her desk at all times, except for that time. But when I started the cross-examination, I asked her, did you leave your desk that day further? And she said, yes, I might have gone to the toilet. I might have gone and fetched files. So she opened it up that there's a possibility that she did leave.
Yeah.
So why didn't she say that yesterday as well?
But the answer yesterday to whatever question was a pertinent one, positive one. The answer, what she's giving now, is qualified, is I could have. So where do you see the contradiction here? Because yesterday it was a pertinent direct statement. I did or I did not leave. Now today, you say she's opening up possibilities. Of course, when somebody said I could have, it opens possibilities.
Indeed. And I'm testing her memory to why did she recall each and every step of her that day? That is the point I'm making. She can vividly recall everything on that day. And why? Because you don't write every step of your day. You don't write in your diary.
It wasn't about every step of the day. It was in relation to a particular incident.
No, it's after. No, it is specifically after Ms. Mengo left the office and she was there in the morning. Did you leave were you at your desk at all times? Always. And she said, I only left to call the court manager for the rest of the day. That's the answer that she gave.
Which was?
Yesterday.
Which was in relation to a particular incident. She left after a particular incident. You asked a question as to the developments after a particular incident.
Yes.
The departure from office of
No, not when she left to go out of the office. I want to know, did she leave her office at the stage during that day? And she said yes. After Ms. Mengo left, I do go to the toilet, I do go and do other things.
We are not on the same wavelength. I say you asked her about her movements after a particular incident, the departure of Mrs. Mengo from the office.
No, that was what Mr. Madonsela said. After Ms. Mengo left, because that was the incident in the morning, after she left, were you always at your desk? That means the rest of the day, because always is always. And she said, no. She said, and she qualified.
Always means from that day forever until now, today.
No, Chair. She qualified
You
it.
don't put questions which will confuse a witness.
It doesn't confuse the witness, Chair. She qualified it because she understood the question. I only left to go and call the court manager. So that's the only time she went out of her office that day.
For the whole of the day. You understood it to mean for the whole of the day.
Because that's the way the question was asked. And I did not object to that question specifically because I wanted to hear what her answer was. That's the way it was put to her, always.
And today's her answer is?
No, she left to go to the bathroom. You walk around during the day. You don't sit at your office the whole
So you
day.
understood by always to say that, as she testified yesterday, she said always, I was in the office. You understood her to mean that she didn't even go to the toilet.
That's how she answered it. She said, I only left to go and call the court manager. She didn't use the word always. That was in the question by Mr. Madonsela. Her answer was, I only left when I went to go and call the court manager.
And you say for that statement means for the rest of the day she never left. That's how you understand the answer.
Yes.
In other words, you understand the statement to say that she never left the office. She didn't even go to the bathroom.
Yes,
Could that
because
be
she
the
said,
evidence?
I only left to go and call the court manager. If she didn't use the word
Would you
only.
think that is useful? Go ahead with it. Because if somebody says, on that particular day, I remained in the office. I always remained in the office. If your understanding is that she did not even go to the bathroom, go ahead to argue that way. But I would never, somebody are always in the office the whole day. I would never understand that person to say, I didn't ever go to the bathroom. But that's how you understand it. If you think it is,
Chair, it
you
is
like it that way,
important
then-
because it opens up the possibility that other people could have come into the office that you did not see. And that is why it is important.
Proceed with your questions if you find them useful.
Ma'am, the questions was as follows to you. After Ms. Mengo left, were you always at your desk?
Indlela umbuzo ye wabekwa ngayo. Emveni kuba uMiss Mengo eye waphuma wimka apha eofisini yakho. Wena ubusoloko ngalo lonke ixesha uphaya etafuleni yakho.
Your answer was, yes, I only left when the JP asked me to call the court manager.
Impendulo yakho yathi ewe ndihambe ngela xesha uJP ethe ucela ndiyobiza ucourt manager.
I did not leave my office during the time that she was in the JP's office.
Andikhange ndimke okanye ndiphume apha eofisini ngela xesha yena ebephakathi eofisini kaJP.
Then there was another question. After the court manager left the office of the JP, were you always at your desk until you called the other registrar?
Kwaphinda kwakho umbuzo olandelayo othi emveni kokuba ucourt manager lo ehambile ubusoloko ngalo lonke ixesha eliya uphaya etafuleni yakho kwade kwafika ixesha lento kokubana ngoku uphinde uyobiza uregistrar.
No, I did not leave, was your answer.
Impendulo yakho wathi hayi andikhange ndihambe khange ndisuke.
But do you now say that you did leave sometimes during the day, your desk?
Ingaba uthi ke ngoku kwesi sigaba sikuso ubukhe uhambe ngamanye amaxesha apha emini usuke apha etafuleni yakho ungabikho?
Zonke ezimpendulo bendiziphendula ngokwezi zinto zonke zenzekileyo.
All these answers that I had given them based on all the incidents that have taken place.
Ukungena kukaMiss Mengo eofisini ndikhona nokuphuma kwakhe.
From the entering of Miss Mengo into the office as well as her going out of the office, I was present.
NoMiss Tambodala ngokunjalo.
Same as with Miss Tambodala as well.
Ngela xesha aseofisini ndikhona emveni koba ndimlandile.
The time she was in the office, I was present. This is now after I had fetched her.
Ngokolwam ukundlela endim-understande ngayo counsel, ndiphendule ngokwezinto zenzekileyo. Andiphendulanga ngokubana imini yonke ndihlele ofisini okanye ndihlele esitulweni. Ndithethe ngokweli xesha ezi zinto zenzeka ngalo ndiphi.
My responses, therefore, to counsel were in relation to the different time frames that the incidents took place of people coming and going. My answer was not pertinently in relation to the whole day situation of me being sitting in the office and not moving.
Okay, let's move on.